This podcast is meant for mature audiences only and contains strong sexual language.
This is the Black and Kinky Lifestyle.
Thanks again for tuning in, y'all. Just remember, you can reach us at Black and Kinky Lifestyle at gmail.com. You can also reach us on Twitter and Instagram at Black and Kinky. And remember, you can get 25% off if you sign up for More Getaways website membership if you enter in offer code Black and Kinky. And so now what we're going to do is just continue our episode with the co-host of the Livin the Suite Life podcast, Loq and Tryst. It was a great discussion, so enjoy.
This is the Black Kinky Lifestyle. Lifestyle.
When we talk about doing something wrong and like just getting stuck in some nasty situations, it's real. Mm-hmm. It's real. And for those who are thinking about getting in this lifestyle, I thought these were important points to make.
So now basically we're going to talk about the dark side of the lifestyle.
A place that is just as real, but not as brightly lit. A dark side.
So one of them is conflicts in the lifestyle. Even though we are fine seeing our partners sleeping with other people and doing that kind of thing, there are some conflicts that can erupt.
Yep.
Okay,
yeah, sure.
And they can these conflicts can linger. Like if so, for example, if there's a point in time where you and your partner, like let's say, myself, the bomber, is having a grand old time with another woman. Grand old time. And this has happened before. Like having a ball. The time of my life. And my partner is miserable.
Yeah.
Ooh. And I have no idea.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. Let me tell you something. When you go home after a night like that, it lingers. It's not just about that night. It's just like, you remember how much you were being ignored. Mm-hmm. Like it feels like, you start resenting your partner. It can get ugly. All right. Have you guys experienced that before?
It can. Not to the point of like having that resentment, but definitely, I'm like at one opposite end of the hotel room, like having a ball, and I'm giving her the thumbs up, like, yo, this is fucking amazing. And she's just like, no, no, I'd rather have a V8, there have been those times, but, not to the point of like, we're driving home and I'm just recapping the whole night in the car. It's just like, oh my God, her titties were so big and this is great. And then, and all this. And then she's just like, fuck you, shut the fuck up, I'm done, Right. We haven't had that, but yeah, man, I mean, sometimes there are differences in the experience. Yeah. And it sucks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. Because I know it's happened to the Bell, and I know it's happened to me. One where we walked away from a play session where I was like, "Oh yeah, this was awesome," and you were like, "No, it wasn't, nigga."
Like we were in the same bed. That's what I didn't understand.
Yeah,
like we were like literally laying next to each other. I'm over here like pinching him, like nudging him, and he no clue. What the fuck, like
yo. Oops. Before that post-nut clarity, it's just, you're not there. And that's the thing in the lifestyle. If you are in the middle of one of the best sex sessions of your life, I mean, it's scientifically proven your brain is not operating at the same capacity as normal, so your ability to be attentive to your partner drops dramatically. And so I think that's a problem unique to the lifestyle that I don't think exists in the same way in monogamous couples.
Yo, you just unlocked the door to a whole nother episode.
The statistics for men versus women on that one.
Okay, you clearly have some assumptions. You might as well just share them.
Please.
No, I feel like I even in the heat of the moment, can be more attentive than you.
I agree with that.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I agree with that.
Oh man, I'm about to just walk
Really?
out. You on
Like,
your
I
own?
don't know, like, because you don't have no blood in your head anymore, and it's all in your dick. I don't know. Like, my brain still
come on,
works.
Listen.
Like,
True facts.
like
Look,
if you're in
so
trouble, if you're in distress, I can jump off a dick and be like, "Hey, you need an assist?"
Distress is a completely different
yeah, that's
experience.
different.
No, I'm not
That's
talking.
different.
If you're in distress, it's not like I'm going to keep on smashing it until
Right.
I bust a nut and then
Right,
I'll deal with you.
true,
That's
yes,
not what's going
yes.
on. But I'm saying if you are on the verge, right? This dude is pounding you out now. Okay, you're about to bust a nut. And like I'm kind of having an okay time, and I'm giving you like a look that says I am not in a pleasurable space. Are you really gonna see me? Like, first of all, when you're busting a nut, your eyes are clenched closed anyway. So,
Not all the time.
oh come on,
Tryst, I know you're not gonna see nothing.
Now I do see. I see just
when your eyes
fine.
open, right?
I see just fine.
But okay.
I mean, they're not closed the whole time. Like, I open them, check over there. All right, we
I've
good.
never seen you have an orgasm with your eyes open. Ever.
It's happened.
Okay.
It's happened.
All right. All right. Well,
we're gonna punt on this.
Yeah.
one.
No. My argument is that I think it's a lot easier to get us in that space, in that like I'm about to bust a nut space, than it is to get you in that space.
Correct.
And so that's my theory about why it feels like you guys are more attentive, because you have a little bit more space to do that. But that's how I'll leave that. All right. So let's talk about another problem. So success rates are low in the lifestyle. This is another dark part. As far as we're concerned, this isn't true for everybody. Some people don't have this problem. But I know we do. Success rates, when you're meeting a couple, that 4-way connection,
Right.
the likelihood of that is so low. People think that like we have like 100% success rate. We're like at 20, 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean that the success rate or that the 4-way connection where 100% of the people involved are ready to go, are good. It is kind of slim. I can't say that we're batting 1,000 on that one either, man.
And I think it's mostly because of I'm sorry for the cliche term, but that she's hot, he's not.
Actually, I think it's a little bit more complicated than that. I'm just going to say this. The problem with you, Tryst, is that you're married to a very handsome man. And your standards are too high. Your standards are too high. That's the problem. Like, if he was like 5 foot, overweight, and like not as pleasant on the eyes, you would be able to find more couples.
And that kind of goes to what you said. I appreciate the compliment. Like how you said you wish you were uglier, right? You know, and shit, we'd be having a good time, grand old time on.
The problem with that, of course, is that if you're not as attractive, then you'll be the one that couples will be saying no to, right?
Yeah.
So it's just the universe has its way of balancing things out. So if you're a hot couple, your success rate's going to be low. If you're not a hot couple, if you're sort of on the low level, your success rates are also going to be low. So
or better.
You think they'd be better?
We've talked about this because you have more options.
You're more willing to mess with other people because they're more attractive.
Right.
That's true, but they might not be willing to.
This is true.
That's So
that's fair.
It might be better to be an average couple.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right in the middle. Kind of toeing the line there.
Like you can reach up or down.
Right.
That works.
But again, the point is that it's not easy. Like you'll be, you might go on a swinger website, you'll see a bunch of attractive people, and the thing is they might not want you. You might there's a part of them that you might not like. So the success rates are very low, and that can be very discouraging because sometimes we do go through. We've had dry spells.
Oh yeah. I mean, and it's for various reasons, not just because of the attractiveness of a couple. A couple is flaky or they're not real. Or there's some other issue with them, or or we are attracted, we're connected, but our play styles don't match.
Right.
You
right.
know?
The play, think about all of this time, you can click on Kick when you're exchanging, messages or whatever, pictures, like the adrenaline is rolling, then you meet, you're at dinner, you're having drinks, everything is going right, and then you get to the playroom. Now shit is even more complicated. Now, it's serious, because then you got performance anxiety that could be a problem.
It could be a problem.
Somebody might be soft swap while you're full swap,
right.
And you might have been looking forward to full swap, and then you know what I mean? Then it could get real awkward when your play styles don't match, and then the communication, the unspoken communication can get really weird.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of room for shit to go wrong.
It really is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man.
Right? When it goes right though,
it's awesome.
Everybody wins. Everybody wins.
It's amazing.
So I got a question for you, Bomber Bell. When it comes to trying to land that couple, right? Have you guys ever had an issue with the Bell saying, you know what, we're not chasing after them. We're not going to chase them, because she's a beautiful woman. I swear.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
oh,
brown skinned queen. Woo, Lord. Okay.
Great question. That's a great question.
So when it comes to that, right?
We could have a whole episode on this.
She's probably not used to chasing.
Here we go.
But go ahead. I'm gonna lay that all out there for you.
Oh my gosh, Loq. Oh, we got to come on your show.
I have a short answer to this question, but I'm gonna let you speak.
No, it's a problem, because it's one thing I have to think about, because I can't chase a couple like I want to, because the Bell is she has that black woman, the eyebrows going up, what are we doing? Who are we meeting?
Right.
So yeah, no, it's a conflict between her and I, and it can become a problem. So I have found myself dragging her to places, but I have to keep reminding myself, okay, she's like a queen, so exactly. I can't drag her. I have to roll out the red carpet and gently walk her over to this other couple. But Belle, go ahead.
No, I actually have a anti-chase philosophy. That's just not a part of my vibe. I expect
Tryst is like throwing her hands up.
Yes.
Agree
like if you're interested, I expect you to pursue me.
Thank you.
And if that's not the way that you engage, and I'm not saying, you don't need to be aggressive or anything like that, but it needs to be clear that you're in pursuit. And I'm not going to, I will respond and reciprocate, but I'm not going after you.
You know why this is complicated? You know why this is complicated?
Why?
First of all, both Loq and I are these black men that are we in shape. We'll do some damage.
That's right.
So
That's right.
we are like Trump's border wall in front of you. Guys can't really approach you that way. We are like the gatekeepers. So it's a different ball game. You're not single no more.
I guess, but it's just the same way. I agree. I'm sitting here with my hands up, agreeing yes. 'Cause I be trying to tell Loq the same thing, but he's just well, you just gotta let people know your intention. Why? I was they're sitting right here. If you're not telling me what your intentions are, then it ain't meant to be.
Oh goodness,
that's how I feel.
I agree.
Do a little flirt, and I'm okay. Let's see where we going.
This comes from two beautiful ladies who
they're gorgeous women.
Never
no doubt
had
about
to
that.
Work for it.
Yes!
We have to change. You guys have been pursued your whole lives.
Yes.
And now it's a team sport, and y'all don't want to participate.
Right.
You don't want to do your part.
Hold on, man.
Hold on.
I participate.
I participate. Unless it's somebody that is an absolute no, I'm going to be the wing. I'm going to have the conversation. I'm going to flirt. Right. I'm going to do all of that.
Okay.
But I'm not going to be the one jumping out. Now, I will tell him, I'm interested in that couple. Or I'm, you know,
I
he's
do that.
cute.
You have done
You
it.
know, let's, you know, you should go
Yes.
get them.
Now go.
Go get them.
Yes, so that we can engage them. So I'm not a complete passive bystander.
No. It's not like we're sitting there like, oh, I'm hot, like whoever just come over to me. It's not like that. Like I tell you, I sit there and say, babe, we went to Hito. I don't even remember the second time, whatever, third time. But I'm sitting there like, babe, what about her?
She got a big booty.
He's like, she got a big booty. I was like, okay, cool. So we're in the gym working out. And I didn't see her dude at first. I only saw her. So we're in the gym. We working out, and the gym has like glass.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
they
where was
walk
this?
at Hito.
Oh, Hito, okay.
And they walk. She walks past, and her dude walks with her. I was like, "Hey, babe, babe, them, go get them."
Leave me to do the hard work.
Like,
fetch.
go talk to them. Go.
And there has been an occasion where there's a couple that we seem to connect with, but the husband, you know, is not that aggressive. So
Yeah, that shit
I
don't
will
work.
be more forward.
We're learning that.
if need be. But yeah, it doesn't work.
So let me tell you what I have seen that works. Here's the dudes that have this kind of wife are lucky in the lifestyle. Okay? And shout out to that couple next door because they're this couple. So it's the couple where, because the thing with women, you have the advantage because you have the bi comfortable advantage. So if you're not comfortable approaching the guy, maybe you want the guy, but you can approach the girl. You can approach the girl sexually. You could kiss her
Straight up.
You could touch her titties. You could lick her nipples. We can't do that shit. We cannot do that. You could flirt with the guy. We can't do that. Okay, so you guys actually have an advantage, but you are still withholding that power and making us go fetch. So, yes, smacking my damn hand on the table. Like, no, you guys got no excuses. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Shit. Like, just imagine, like, we going after a couple. Like, I'm like touching the dude's bicep. How's that gonna make you feel? That's not gonna work. It doesn't work
No, it doesn't work.
by any means. Okay. All right. Okay, so success rates are low. Okay, so the buffet of no. I actually heard this in a chat. The buffet of no. So this is something else that I think is unique to the lifestyle. Going to a party and not finding a single attractive couple or person at the party. That happens. That happens. But, you know, I think demographically it depends where you are. Maybe if you're an older couple, it doesn't happen as often. When you're a younger couple in the lifestyle, it does. So
it definitely depends on what you're looking for also. You know what I mean? Like if you're in there looking for someone in their 20s in great shape
they
or
ain't gonna
whatever.
be there.
Yeah, they're not hip yet, you know. But I mean, it depends on what you're looking for and what you're open up to. And if you're just trying to make connections, I feel like you can make a connection to talk to anybody anywhere you go. And I feel like that's kind of been our experience. We haven't been able to go like everywhere and just like, you know, get numbers or business cards or whatever the case. But sometimes we just leave out of there just, you know, with a high five and keep it moving, man. You know?
yeah. But I mean, like, it's like you can spend a lot of money going to these spots. So
Facts.
that's the thing. Like,
That's
you can spend a lot
true.
of money on babysitters,
Yes.
and then you're like, oh, I'm
Yes.
wasting my fucking time. Like, and it's not like in the vanilla world where if you go to a bad club, you could just go to another club. In the lifestyle world, it ain't like that. You go to one lifestyle club, that's
it.
the only one you're going to
that night. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we definitely talked about that when we were getting ready for your show. Yeah, we talked about all the money that people do invest in going to a party in one night. You know, sometimes this shit can add up on you real quick, especially when you start talking about hotel rooms, especially if the party's out of town. That shit will hurt, man. Like you leave out of there, quote unquote, empty-handed without making any kind of connection.
God.
That will suck.
Like if you go to like Bliss, like if you go, I mean, like even though you'll find a hot couple on Bliss, like God knows if you don't, there's a problem. But I'm just saying, yeah, like thousands of dollars you can be spending on these places and, not meet a single couple. So
yeah, man.
That could be problematic. Again, unique to the lifestyle. Another thing that's unique to the lifestyle is the one bad apple issue. So, Belle, did you know what I was talking about when I wrote this down? Mm-hmm. Okay, can you give us an example?
When you're at a party or an event and there's a lot of sexy couples, vibe is great, but there's just one couple or one partner that throws everything off. Like either, no one wants to play or interested in playing with them, or they just like have bad attitude, or they're just in there and it's messing up the vibe.
Right. So it's like, again, you could be, so let's say, you got 6 couples in a room and you guys got this, lifestyle game, this icebreaker that you guys really want to play. But there's this one couple nobody wants to play with. Oh. Now, you can't say you guys can't play. You can't do that. Yeah. The only thing you can do is just not play the game. So they have a lot of power in influencing the flow of the room. So that doesn't happen in any other context than in the lifestyle.
Interesting.
Yeah. I've never had that before.
We've actually had it a few times.
Wow, man. We thought that maybe
had that.
We thought that maybe you guys were referring to like if that couple is just like offbeat. If you have that couple at a party where everybody's vibing and that couple maybe has an argument, they get into something personal, and it kind of messes up the mood.
Even though I feel like in a situation like that, it's customary. It's acceptable to say, okay, you guys got to take it outside.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you can't say, all right, nobody's really interested in playing with you guys, so we're gonna have to ask you to leave.
Bye.
No.
Bye.
Yeah, that's a tough one. No, I don't think we've been in a situation like that, but that's very interesting and it makes me a little nervous actually.
Yeah.
I mean, it's anytime like you're, if you're bringing together new couples that, don't know each other, like, sometimes you'll have a thing where people are like, oh yeah, we also have a couple friends, can we invite them as well? Right. And you're like, sure, you don't know them. And then they show up and you're like, think they were the right fit for this group.
I can see that.
Yo, Belle's expressions. I finally get to see them in person. Yeah. It's hilarious. You are adorable.
But it's happened to us a few times, and it's always an awkward situation because it's not like, they may be really nice people and you may enjoy their personalities and all that kind of stuff, but you just don't want to fuck them.
They just don't check those boxes for you. Yeah, they don't do that thing.
Yeah.
So maybe you can have like an A team and a B team.
Varsity and JV.
Maybe, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, and that's the thing about games. Like, everybody has to be willing and interested to play. Like,
you do.
At the beginning of the game, you have to kind of give consent because it gets sexual. So, I mean, obviously you can give consent or revoke it at any time, but still, like, there has to be an agreement at the beginning that's like, okay, I'm willing to suck all the dicks that are available right now.
that is a great point. I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
So it's like, what do you do in that instance? You just don't play the game is what you said. Like,
I mean, or
you
like,
wait them out.
Yeah. There are times where people have just left, but like,
could you imagine being that person? Like,
it's terrible.
Aren't they going to play an icebreaker game? I thought they were icebreaker games, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, on the advertisement it said it was going to be a game here. No?
Yeah.
I guess I'll get drunk.
Right.
And we'll go home.
Because, I mean, every time it's happened,
that kind of sucks.
What I will say, every time it happened, it wasn't just, I don't want to make it sound like it was because these couples were unattractive, because that's really not what was going on. It was like they weren't that attractive, plus their personalities were just off.
That's the key. Mm-hmm. That's the key.
The swag wasn't there either. So you had nothing to grab onto, because there have been times where there have been women, there have been guys who we would not have found attractive, but then we got to know them and we're like, oh, I could fuck with this couple.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they cool. Like, I could fuck with them. Like, they're not my cup of tea, but they're cool. Like, you know what I mean? So So a lot of times it's like a personality issue.
Yeah.
That throws off the vibe. So and there was one episode of That Couple Next Door where another way to deal with it is like if you have that one strong personality in the room that has no problem telling the motherfucker to leave.
Oh, I remember that episode. Yeah, I think it was a woman that said, you know,
it was a woman.
Yeah, that kind of had control of the whole thing.
And she was like, yo, y'all gotta leave. And the couple was upset.
Yeah.
They were upset.
I mean, I would be upset too.
Of course. They
I
didn't
would
pay
be
to get in there.
upset too, but I would leave.
Yeah.
We've done that. Actually, we've left the room.
Yeah, but not because people didn't want y'all.
Well,
I can't imagine.
No.
I can't imagine any human being on the planet saying, Tryst, listen.
Right.
I'm just not feeling your body. I'm not feeling that round booty and those titties. They're not working. You gotta go. You gotta go, sweetheart.
Yeah. I mean, they have kicked me out before.
Lies. We chose to leave.
You get me in the door,
We
baby.
left the
That's all that
situation.
is. Thank you, honey.
It just was not working. We was like, we left.
So yeah, that was my one bad. Again, something else that's just a lifestyle specific problem. I had another one, but I don't know what the fuck I was talking about when I wrote this down. So I feel like skipping it. But it was assumptions within the lifestyle, and then I have 2 bullets: married versus unmarried, and then possession. And I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Well, we had the thing where we weren't really checking for unmarried couples in the beginning.
Yeah, we did too.
Mm-hmm.
We did too. Yeah, we did. We did.
It's like we
When we
Ooh, we? Me, you?
before we got
You
married.
and
All this is editable right here.
Oh no, I'm leaving that shit.
No. Keep that.
3, 2, 1. Before we got married, we did want to find, like, we were actively searching for couples that were committed, maybe married or whatever, engaged or something, because, you know, we were kind of hypocritical because we weren't even married.
We weren't married.
We once we got engaged, we started looking for people that had that level of commitment. So yeah, it was just like a safety net, I guess. But shit, the longer that we've been in, it doesn't even matter. We've seen couples burn out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Burn, and they've been married for a long time.
We've seen couples
and,
burn out.
and they, you know, end up in divorce or something happens or whatever. And we've seen that happen. Actually, 1 year we had 2.
Yeah.
In 1 year, like 2 couples that got divorced that was married for years.
We seen one on the Fringe. Yeah. I mean, it was,
So we were sitting there
tough.
like, oh, well, maybe we need to change our way of thinking about this. Like,
Well, yeah. I mean, the other part of that is how do you deal with a lifestyle friendship after a couple has split up?
that is a whole
Yeah.
episode. We've been through that.
Yeah.
And
we
it's
did.
hard.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Like, we've been on, like, for us, the neutral place is to be to not take sides at all.
yeah.
But it at the end of the day, like, in one situation, it didn't happen that way. We didn't actually, it end up taking a side at all. But we always say we don't take a side, right?
However,
Sometimes
She
you
was
end
hot.
up taking a side.
and we definitely tried to get her over the house. You know we did.
Oh shit.
You know, but we didn't.
See,
I
what
told
kind of
him I
trauma
didn't
can
think
come from
that
that?
it was
That's what I'm saying.
good.
But
We
behaved.
didn't,
We
and I
did
told
well.
him that I didn't think that it was a good idea
Yeah.
to do that. You know, because we're still friends with both parties.
Right.
Yeah, I actually
Separately.
just had dinner with the male half.
Yes,
the other
and
day.
in that situation, we still remain neutral. Like, we didn't take a side at all. The other situation, it was like a forced take side. We didn't take a side like on our own. It was just kind of, we were more friends with the other person
Okay.
than we ended up being with the other mate. That's all it ended up being. It wasn't that, we just like, we're going to choose this side or versus the other. It's just, we were better friends with the other person. And that's how that situation ended up.
With the female.
Yeah, with the female.
woman, yeah.
Correct. So, and it's hard though. Like, when people like are married for a long time, you know that that's who they are, and they're stapled as that. And they get a divorce, or they're going through whatever they're going through in the separation. You're like, okay, like, how do we do this?
Yeah.
You know.
Like, for real. No, that's hard. We have not gone through that yet,
No,
and
we
I'm just
haven't.
hoping all of our lifestyle friends just stay together. Like,
Yeah.
oh, work this shit out. Damn,
Right.
man. Like, for real?
That's
Like, you
not-
fucking it up for all of us, man.
That's too much.
So,
So selfish.
Right. Yeah. But it goes
Sorry.
back to your point is that lifestyles is still a real relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not, you
Yeah.
know, go back to your point earlier. It's a actual relationship. Forget that we're in this thing and you do all these special things, right?
Yeah.
You're still in a relationship.
Yep.
So if you do something that violates that particular rule, or even if it's not lifestyle related and you're just not clashing or getting along, you're clashing on all type of other things that just married people clash on, then you get divorced because you are in a real relationship.
Still humans.
real relationship shit happens.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, no, this is awesome. So just to sum up, so we talked about just these dark parts of the lifestyle. Just to sum up, 1, conflicts are inevitable and their impacts can linger. Success rates are low. There's a lot of buffets and no. 1 bad apple can spoil the bunch, and assumptions in the lifestyle when it comes to relationships. You know, sometimes they're wrong, sometimes they're right, sometimes you just don't know where relationships will go. But yeah, those are some of the dark parts of the lifestyle.
A dark side.
If anybody or any of our listeners have other examples of issues that come up in the lifestyle that, you know, being in a monogamous relationship, you don't have to really deal with, we'd be curious. I'm sure we didn't hit all of them, but those were the big ones that we thought were important. So, moving on, so I had some questions for you guys. Again, Loq and Tryst, I'm so happy. This was so much fun, guys, like for real.
This was epic. This was
Yeah.
a good time.
good.
This is a good time. This was a lot of fun, man. Really appreciate you guys.
No, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys allowing us to use your space to record.
Yeah,
Ladies
studio.
and gentlemen, if you notice an increase in the quality of our audio, it's because we're not even using our own equipment today. We're over here at Loq and Tryst, like podcast, like studio. And they allowed us to use their equipment, so we really appreciate that.
That's all your talent translating through the microphones. You know what I'm saying? That's not us. It has nothing to do with the microphones. That's all you two, man. Love it.
So, sidebar. So, apparently Staples is like opening up co-working spaces, and a part of the co-working spaces, they're including podcasting booths that
Get
people can
the
rent.
fuck
And I
outta
kind of
here.
just want to go and like do the show in there and like just fuck with them.
Oh shit, that would be crazy! Loq and Kiki lifestyle, yes.
And the Staples, like
We up in the Staples, yo.
That's dope.
Oh my god!
You see,
People would definitely be stopping and watching.
Yeah.
this.
You have, like, a
because
crowd
I'm
at the
sure
door.
they like you know how at some of the studios they broadcast it outside of the studio while it's playing. That'd be hilarious.
You trying to get arrested,
my
Bill.
God.
You know they're going to lock your ass right on up.
Shout out to Staples.
Right.
That has to be a first. The first shout out to Staples ever.
All right, so we got we got Bomber and Bell's random ass fucking questions.
Right.
Didn't want to call it a lightning round.
Let's do it.
All right, so I got some questions for you guys. Actually, these are questions I've just been wondering about. They're just random. So there are 3 questions I have. So the first question is, if you could steal a celebrity's voice to use for your podcast, who would it be and why?
Make it up.
Is this for us or you guys going to answer too?
Well, I can answer this if you guys need more time.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so mine would be Hugo Weaving. So for those of you who don't know who that is, that was Agent Smith.
Agent Smith.
from The Matrix. He also played in a movie called V for Vendetta, which is one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
Yo, his voice is just incredible. The other, but there's another voice. I'm not going to say what it was. I'll say what after you go, Loq. But his voice is just so menacing and so threatening. And if I could at some point we'll have technology where we might be able to do that shit. But it's Hugo Weaving for me.
Nice. Okay, I guess.
Mr. Anderson. All right.
All right. Is it me?
Yep.
All right, I'll take it. All right, fine. I gave you shit about this when we did our little our call about the show. But I'm going to take Morgan Freeman, man.
Morgan Freeman.
The voice of God.
Yeah.
And then I had her legs in the air. And I proceeded to hit that shit. Who else? I mean, come on. To tell a story, you got to have Morgan Freeman.
That would be amazing.
Oh, my God.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that
You
was
have
great.
everybody. Pussy's wet all across the nation.
Oh, that was great. Thank you.
Am I up next? All right. So I think this is the ultimate sexy, sultry, seductive voice. And I would have to say Eartha Kitt.
Ooh.
Like that low.
Can you do the purr? Can you do the purr? You can do it.
Yes.
Nicely
Oh,
done.
Marcus.
Oh.
My voice isn't that low, but it has she literally has a purr.
Yes.
Or had a purr in her voice, and I think that would be
Marcus.
That's from
Nice.
Boomerang.
Boomerang.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
gonna have to watch that movie.
That movie
She was
molded my
older
life.
in that movie
Yeah.
too.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Bad as shit. Catwoman. The first
panties
Catwoman.
on.
Woo.
The
Yes.
first Catwoman.
I feel bad.
Come on, you got one.
I have nothing.
You have
I
some
know
voice.
nothing.
We're gonna pick one for you.
What?
Who we got?
Girl,
Shit.
I will pause this podcast so you can think of some shit like.
I don't know.
You don't.
Rosario Dawson. I don't know.
Who is that?
Oh Jesus Christ! Pardon shit. Here we go.
All right, so we actually paused to think about this. Two confessions. All right, Tryst, who's your girl?
Angela Bassett.
Okay.
Yes.
She does have a nice voice.
She does. She has that sexy voice of authority. Man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
What are you
She's-
thinking
she's
about,
hot.
Bomber?
I know.
Oh, I'm trying to imagine her saying, "I want that dick." Yeah. She would do it with a real serious face too.
She would.
She wouldn't be
She
smiling or
No,
nothing.
No. She
That
would.
wait and exhale,
Shit, waiting to exhale. She was in Black Panther, wasn't she?
Oh,
She
yeah.
was like the
Yes.
mom.
Yes.
I could see her wearing the whole headgear.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
up.
Oh my God! Yo,
You're welcome.
Oh God!
You're welcome.
Yes!
yes.
Yes.
Oh,
We just went there.
oh man, and that just tearing that shit off. Oh yes, yes,
Wakanda
sir.
forever.
Oh, shout out to Angela Bassett.
Yes.
Shit. Very nice. All right. Next question. If you could have a celebrity, dead or alive, on your show, who would it be and why?
Me first. I'll go first this time.
Go for it. Don't steal
Okay.
mine. You know we talked about this earlier.
I already got my own. Thank
All
you.
right, go ahead.
Jada Pinkett.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think that's a really good
Jada
one.
Pinkett.
And the reason why is because it has nothing to do with, okay, yeah, everybody knows like the rumors that, oh, they can be like lifestyle or not, whatever. It has nothing to do with that. I just think that she would be a perfect person to have like an open mind
Yeah.
to the lifestyle and be able to understand it and give a viewpoint on it.
I agree.
So I love her for that.
I agree with that.
So I'm going to go next just because I had a similar response. I'd like Jada and Will on the show because I'd be curious. To hear their thoughts about the lifestyle. Like, I think they'd have thoughts about non-monogamy, but particularly the lifestyle. I'd like to hear what they have to say, and also what they would have to say about communicating with your children about non-monogamy. I'd be interested to hear that.
Yes.
I don't even want to say my shit after y'all. Go ahead, Belle. I'm done. I'm out.
So, all my people are dead. Both my people are dead. So I would actually want to have Josephine Baker on the show.
She was
because she was hot, but she
Yeah.
was also like this original, figure, icon for sexual freedom and openness. And I really want to understand, like, what was it like? I mean, it's already hard enough in 2020, like, living this lifestyle and, trying to be anonymous, but trying to be free at the same time. But what was that like, particularly being a black woman in America in like the 30s? Yeah. Really trying to be this activist and burlesque dancer and, express herself with her body.
Yeah, she was definitely take me as I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Beautiful. That was a great answer.
That was. Now I know very little about this woman.
Yeah, Josephine Baker, man. You got to check out the banana suit. Yeah.
We have a art print in our house. And
yeah. Did I buy it?
Yes, you did.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She's one of my idols. But
that's pretty dope. Okay. Well, I'm going to take us all the way into the dumpster with Dennis Rodman. Because I just know he got some dope ass stories to tell, man. I know he's a punk rock, NBA star, messing around with North Korea. I know this dude got some dope ass stories to tell, and I want all of them.
I listen to that episode.
You know what I'm saying? If you see that Dennis Rodman is in the suite, y'all gonna click yes. You're gonna click play.
Yes.
So yeah, that's it.
I want to hear his stories about Madonna, all that. I want it all.
Oh yes, damn boy, that'd be like a 5-hour episode, and I'd be here for it. Yeah. Oh, yes. All right. Next question: if your genitals could speak, what would be its biggest complaint to you since you've been in a lifestyle?
Ooh. I'm gonna let y'all go. I gotta think about that one. And this is bullshit because we actually reviewed these questions to get ready, and I still don't have an answer to that one. But we're gonna get it. Yeah, what the pussy gonna say, baby? What's she complaining about? What about you, Belle? You got anything?
I got something.
So mine, and this is very unique to me, but she would probably say, like, why these niggas be spending all this time trying to eat this pussy and not just fuck?
I ain't with you on that, though.
Tryst, really? I thought Belle was the only one.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard a woman say you're eating this pussy too much. I didn't even think that was a thing.
Much.
No. Like, I think I'm okay with this on
so
this.
You're over the whole pussy eating thing.
No, because here's the thing, right? There's a talent for, so like there's a talent for dancing.
Yeah,
there's a talent for football, basketball, all that. Right? There's a talent for going downstairs.
Yes.
And if you don't possess that talent, that's what I'm saying, then we need to move on to something totally different, because this is not working. Honestly, I'm not even feeling, I'm just like sitting there like, okay, when is this part going to be done? When we just get to fucking?
I'll take my dick, please.
I just want your dick.
Yes.
So first of all, that was the sexiest thing I've heard all week. The second thing is, so do you orgasm from intercourse?
So no, actually, I am a external. Well, from yes,
intercourse, yeah,
yes.
Are you confused?
Are you? This is what I was talking about. And y'all can be attentive when y'all about to have an orgasm, right?
Time out.
Right?
No.
Okay.
So I am not external when it comes to. I am not external when it comes to you putting your tongue down there and you making me come. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, nope.
Okay. Like that is not going to happen. I don't care what if you got miracles down there. That part doesn't happen that way. But yes, I love internal dick.
Second of sexiest thing.
And then if you play around on the outside like you know what you're doing, then we're good. Okay. Everybody's not talented in that way.
No.
Sorry, they're just
the bummer is speechless. Don't edit that shit out.
No.
It does not happen often.
No. Okay. Internal dick. I I'm thinking about our 30-minute click. Tryst is gonna be on that shit. So, but thank you for that. Okay. What was the question again?
What was your genitals?
Yes, that's right. Okay.
Genitals complain.
Yes.
Right. All right. Okay, everybody's cracking up, losing their shit. All right, I'll step up. Okay, all right. What would my dick complain about?
If somebody bit your dick. What?
Somebody bit your
You
dick?
know what?
They was sucking your dick and
You might
bit
be
your dick like teeth instead of like sucking. You would be like,
Yeah, no.
Wait, what's
So,
on purpose?
This actually, it didn't happen that way, but it was a very dry blowjob. Yes.
Oh, fuck
I agree.
that.
Very dry. Very dry
You need some
blowjob.
water? How is that possible?
Like, was her mouth dry?
I don't
understand.
I don't know. Yeah, it was just like, it was a very dry blowjob, and I was like, ready, let's get to fucking, please.
Oh,
Let's get
wow.
to the next stage. Yeah. So he probably would have complained about that. Yeah. Because I know I complained about the shit. Yeah. So
you need lube for your mouth? You need some lube for your mouth, girl.
Yeah.
Perhaps she was dehydrated.
Probably.
Maybe,
It was a lot of drinking
she
involved
could
that
have
night.
taken a break and got her
Yeah.
fucking whatever.
It's so good.
I mean, I think there are actually some lubes that are particularly built for that, like oral lubes. We'll
Amazon.
talk- Yes. Yeah.
And he's like, can I spray this in your mouth?
Stop.
The biting thing, I want to say, because since I've been in a lifestyle, the biting thing, like biting the dick, like I'm not saying like chew on the shit, fucking try to bite it off, but there is an art to just not biting it, but just kind of letting the teeth touch it and because it's all about the visual, like because if a woman is showing her teeth and she's like, it's a communication that she just wants to devour that dick, and it's sexy to look at.
hot.
She's not supposed to bite it. The
That's
teeth are
hot.
supposed to touch it to tell you, look at me.
Right.
That's what that's about.
Right.
So I actually like that, and I was surprised
That's hot.
that I would like it. So
That's hot.
but I'll go last, Belle. What would your genitals say? Did you answer yet?
I was the first one.
Oh, you were the first.
Eat
Am I the only one that
Yeah.
has
You're the
Tryst
last
kinda
one.
piggybacked on that, so there is you.
Okay, so I was thinking about this because as I said on my last episode, sometimes me and my dick have little moments where we have a conversation. I got to check in with it, and I think if my dick can talk, it would probably say, "Fuck these condoms, nigga!" Like, like she look clean. Like she got, like she's bad. Just take this shit off, man. You know you want to take it off. Like, come on, man. Like, fuck this. You know, we've been fucking raw pussy for years, son. Like, we can't go backwards. That's what I think my dick would say.
She looked
She look clean.
Yeah. So we
That's
have
too
arguments
funny.
all the time.
That's too funny.
All right. So, So I think that was. Oh, that was the last of the questions. But I guess to finish this off on a positive note, it was about like why we still engage in the lifestyle even though all of these negative things can happen. And I think my answer would be like, I don't know.
Shit is fun.
It's so much
Shit is
fun.
fun, man. I gotta be honest, right? Like, I've always considered myself to be an introvert. I know you would contend that. But there's something about going to a lifestyle event, walking in that door, getting that little charge before you even get inside, and you feel like, okay, get yourself all pumped up. It's like about to check into a basketball game. You're getting excited. You're dressed to the nines. You're smelling good. You got your beautiful partner on your side, and you're ready to go in there and just have a good time regardless of if you meet people or not, man. And there's nothing like that sexual energy, that freedom.
No, it's not. Absolutely. And I agree with you. I like the dressing up part. Like, I like that dressing freedom of to be able to wear whatever I choose to wear or not wear.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
But it's still like that kind of like a respect. Like you can still go to those events and not hardly have on anything at all or have on nothing. Like be in the buff and be cool and still have a conversation, have a good time, and not worry about somebody just walking up, slapping you on the ass or trying to grab your titties or anything like that. Not saying that doesn't happen sometime in lifestyle. People just don't know protocol, but majority of the time, it's not that way. Right. And I enjoy that. And not just that, also learning about things about yourself sexually that you didn't even know that you may have been interested in. Yeah. Like, who would have thought that I would have thought, like, flogging was, like, great. Like I was like, oh yeah, do that again, do that thing,
smack that
ass.
Thing
you do.
Yeah, I mean, we take a lot of L's. We definitely take a lot of L's. But when we win, it's amazing. When the connection is right, when, you know, you vibe with a couple, when you build real relationships, friendships with people, it's amazing. And, you know, to be able to have that, it's worth all the L's.
Yes.
It's worth it.
Okay, I'm going to take a couple of things. So one is I'm reminded about why I'm in the lifestyle every time I go to a vanilla club, a vanilla party.
Yo.
Like, I'm like, y'all motherfuckers are miserable and y'all don't even know it.
Yes.
Man.
Like, it's just, I have fun. Like, we'll go out with a couple. We don't even have to play, but the fact that I could, like, we could, like, you could flirt with my wife, I could flirt with yours. Like, we could joke about, like, sexual shit that is always always on our minds. Like, it's just there. Like, if you look sexy, I'm thinking about some sexy shit.
Right.
I could share that with you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to hide it. I don't have to suppress it. I really like that. And, you know, some of the good moments that happen, like when it works, there's some images I can't get out of my head. So one thing I'll mention is, you know, there was one time we were in a hotel party and there was this couple who hasn't full swap before and they were attractive. They were an attractive couple. So me and the Belle took them in our hands so tenderly and just walked them through this adventure. And so, you know, eventually I like got the girl in missionary. Like we just kind of like she was ready, but she was just nervous, like, you know. And so I'm just like working her, just like, yo, just it's gonna be all right. Like I'm touching her, I'm caressing her, just like getting her real comfortable. And the Belle, like she's with the guy, and she's like, she got her hands on his dick, and it's rock hard. And she's like, okay, she has to work, she has to be careful. She can't go too far. He's ready, but he can't nut yet. So me and her are so synchronized. This is, you know, so eventually I got her in the missionary position and I'm going, and then I turn around and I see the Belle. So this is the image I would love. This would be my lifestyle image. I look at her and she's riding this dude so sensually. It's so sexy. And she's like riding him like a fucking horse. And she has she's so in control. And I look at her and she looks at me and she smiles. And then she does this ride, like grinds it in. And I'm like, oh God, this is so fucking awesome. Like I almost cried and got emotional. Because that couple walked away from that experience happy. Like it wasn't like, oh, like this was terrible. Like they walked away from that experience like, I want to do that again.
Right.
That was I would try this shit 100 more times and fail 100 more times just to get to an experience that's half as good as that one was.
Yeah.
I'm done. I can't beat that. Nobody can beat that. That's incredible,
that's
man.
Cool.
That's awesome. That's what it's all about, though, man. Like, you got pleasure out of her getting pleasure. Like, and you knew that. You looked over at him and you gave him everything he needed. I love it.
I should
that
have
shit
an
is
Oscar
hot.
for that performance.
Awesome.
Academy Award goes to
the Belle. Man, nicely done, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's hot. That's a good story, man. Well told.
So I Well, yeah, speaking of sexy stories, so we'll finish this off. Do you guys have a sexy story you want to tell?
Ooh-wee. Give us a subject. Orgy.
Well-
Give us foursome. Give us what?
Now he's trying to just tell our car like we're sluts.
Well, I'm a little bit of a slut. I don't know. You just come along for the ride.
I mean, you were just
tried.
talking about the fact that you just want, like, internal dick. So,
Internal
The rest of the week.
So, okay. So here's my thing. Right. So it's not about, like, necessarily the size of your dick, too. Right? So, and I don't care what color you are, but it doesn't matter what the size. I like width. Like the girth of it.
Is there a story?
Yes, there's a story behind this. So we have a friend. We go back to the story we already told. Actually, we kind of sort of hit on that already about the couple that we met in Hito. Like, I think it was our second or third time going. Whatever. We met them in Hito. Saw the wife first. Ended up seeing the husband. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm down. I didn't even see the package yet, but
Can we describe
I'm good.
them?
So we can.
I'm gonna describe them.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. The lady is about 5'3", 4. She has like Hispanic heritage, all ass, all ass and thighs,
yes.
brown skin, perfect, beautiful boobs, natural, with a piercing in one of them.
oh,
Like a hoop piercing in one nipple. Smoking hot, long hair, just
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes.
The
Yes.
guy, he's a little tall, but probably about 5'11", maybe 6
6.
foot. Yeah, fit, super fit. I think he actually had both his nipples pierced, right?
He does.
Oh, wait
I
a
know.
minute. You into that shit?
Well, I know.
Hey, they
I
hot.
was into it on him.
So just setting the scene. But go ahead, honey.
But yeah, so then he's Caucasian, right? So we have this, very Latino, like curvy woman, beautiful. And then we have a Caucasian guy. And at the time, I'm sitting there like, actually, like, let's backtrack 1 second. We had some of our friends that come over a couple of weeks ago, last week, and they were like, oh, I've never, found a Caucasian guy, like, sexy. I was like, let me tell you something.
They're out there.
They are.
And lifestyle, these are our lifestyle friends. I said, let me tell you something. They out there. I said, they are. I said, they are. And I told him about our friends. So we met them in Hito. This guy is hot. And I don't mean like just hot, like physical wise, but then when you start talking to him, his whole flavor, you're like, pennies drop. Like, how you doing? So yeah, so then we had the experience with them. Actually, they told us about the 3 like secret hot tubs at Hito that we didn't even know existed.
Right.
Like literally secret hot tubs. And he was the one that I would tell him he has magic fingers. Magic fingers that do magical things. Let's just say that.
Fingers.
Yes.
I can do some fingers.
Yes. And they do magic. So yeah, that was our great experience with them. You want to go?
That was kind of vague.
Okay.
So, okay. All right.
Loq wants to get back to
He does.
Let Hispanic women.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can just give a little bit more, right?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna give you some real insight here onto Loq and Tryst. Okay, Loq and Tryst got engaged in San Diego, right? We actually met this couple. They met us down there for a good time. They wanted to hang out with us. They knew the whole time that we were going to get engaged. I told them, didn't tell her.
And this is post Hito.
Okay.
Post Tito. Yeah, this is a different time. So we met them down there in San Diego. They're looking all smoking hot, and Tryst has no idea. We went out to dinner. It was all fun. And this all ties into why we still do this. Because, you got lifestyle friends that you can really trust with some shit like this, right? So we're hanging out with them. We do the whole dinner thing. And this is this beautiful restaurant that I planned out in Balboa Park for Tryst. I just knew she would love it. It's kind of got like a museum kind of feel, gardeny kind of feels, like everything I know she loves. So we go out in the nighttime, and I take her down. And again, our beautiful couple friends, they knew everything that was going on. I had the fucking ring like stuck in my sock, you know what I mean, like in a box in my sock. So I take her down and do this whole magical proposal thing. And it's so sexy, it's so beautiful and romantic. And then we go back to the room and we do our first full swap with this couple. Right?
Full swap.
The day that we get engaged.
Wow.
We full swap. And
Yeah.
it was so hot. I mean, we got to the room and Tryst was just ready to go, and she was just feeling sexy, and there was a couple of we did like some double blow jobs, got involved.
Oh, yes.
We were just kind of sharing each other. It was just like open from the moment we got engaged. It was just like we felt like, okay, we're tied, we're bonded, but I still don't want you to be confined to me. So it was like we just let each other go. We let each other experience those moments with this couple that we trusted. And
All right, so I'm gonna stop you.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Sorry.
so you got to give us the play-by-play here.
Oh,
okay?
play-by-play.
So you
I like a
so this
play-by-play.
happened in like a hotel room.
This was
Yes.
a hotel room. After the
Okay.
whole dinner and all the romance and all the pictures and the videos, we went back to the hotel room, and Tryst had this wonderful blue tight dress. No, it was red.
Red.
It was red.
It was
a
red.
red dress. It was a red dress. The blue dress was the next day
Oh shit!
When
You
we-
changed.
when we played for the second time in a row.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Did
know.
you all stay in the room together, or did
We-
you have separate rooms?
Oh no, they
No.
actually had a separate room.
They had separate rooms.
They had a
yes.
separate room. Yep.
but you all played in the same room.
We did.
Yes.
They came to our room. Yep. And yeah, man, we just got comfortable, you know, the kissing and the hugging, and the ladies got into enjoying each other. We actually have a picture library of some of this stuff. That's why I remember it so clearly.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll be asking about that after we're done recording today.
I got you, bro. So yeah, the ladies shared each other, and while he and I just kind of stood back and enjoyed the scene, took some pictures, and
Oh, nice.
just kind of watched you guys play around. And again, you know, we
what,
got involved.
what were the ladies doing?
Oh yeah, they were down, taking turns on each other. You know, a little bit of oral pleasure one, and then oral pleasure on the other. It was a
Nice.
beautiful thing to see. Beautiful, sexy. And again,
It was great.
And for those of you who don't know, Tryst has beautiful lips. So just
wonderful.
they're thick, and yeah, she got dimples and shit. So, like, okay, picture those eating pussy.
So hot.
And picture those like smiling while she's getting a pussy. All right, just giving our listeners a visual. All right, go ahead.
And then, you know, it's not too long before the guys come around, and then the ladies start pulling us in and unbuckling pants and unzipping it. And
Nice.
again, it was, you know, double blow jobs.
Oh, nice.
On him, I'll take pictures, and then double blow
Oh,
job
it was
on
double.
me.
Oh, y'all both got double blow jobs. Oh shit!
Share and
Nice.
share alike. It's all about, you know.
It was a great night.
It was a wonderful night.
Yeah.
And then, I just think we had sex on the floor in that room. I think it was kind of like a suite, right?
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
it
a suite.
Yeah, so we were
Oh, y'all didn't
basically
even make it to the bedroom.
no.
It
we
was just
didn't.
all the excitement.
All the excitement, all the romance in the air.
So
you
y'all
know?
were both fucking on the floor.
Yeah, so the first person to fuck my fiance was another guy. It was kind of hot. Kind of like that story we heard in the casual swingers. The first person to fuck his wife was the bull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So it was-
okay,
it
so
was
y'all
super
didn't. So y'all weren't together first. Y'all.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
so y'all
we were.
y'all swapped immediately.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were
nice.
we were
we
dirty.
connected later. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hot. That was a hot night. So
Yeah.
that's a fun story. That's kind of the reason that you stay in this thing, man, because I think it all ties together. Fuck your morals. Fuck your judgment. We did it the way we wanted to do it. That's the way our engagement was. That's the way our story went. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that is a beautiful and sexy story. No, we appreciate you guys. Why don't you guys tell our listeners if they want to hear Loq and Tryst? How do they find you?
Sure. Hey, man, you guys can find us on IG at the Suite Life Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Suite Life Pod. always send us an email at thesweetlifepodcast@gmail.com, and be on the lookout for when we send our links out and everything for our show. We have a YouTube channel, Livin the Suite Life. You can always join in the discussion. Be one of our sweet talkers like the Bomber and the Bell. We always appreciate them jumping in there and giving us comments and helping our sweet talkers out. So, yeah, man, join us in anytime.
Yeah, and you guys, how often do you do your episodes?
Usually every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sometimes we might fall behind. We got families and shit. But yeah, feel free to jump in, follow us on those platforms, and you'll definitely be notified when we're going to do a live show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this has been great, and we'll have that information in the show notes. Again, reach out to the Black and Kinky Lifestyle Podcast at gmail.com. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter. All our information is on the show notes. I can't remember what our handles are half the time, so I'm not even going to try to say what them
Kinky
shits.
Lifestyle or Black and Kinky.
Sometimes that shit changes. So see, you fucked up.
How does it change?
No, sometimes it's lifestyle. Sometimes it's Black and Kinky. It's
in the show notes.
We are on Cassidy. We're on Cassidy. Check us out. Also, all right. So, also we have a partnership with organiclovin.com. They sell a bunch of sexual products. They sell lubes, they sell condoms, they sell like erotic books.
Wait, did you get your condoms?
Yeah, I did.
But did you get mine
they're
oil?
They're literally in our plate bag somewhere around here somewhere. Anyway, so Organic Lovin', they sell a lot of products, CBD products, organic like lubes, organic like condoms, like they have a whole bunch of shit. We'll have their website in the show notes. Just know that you can get a discount if you use our discount code. It is Black and Kinky 10. Use that code and you can get a discount on all your products. 10% discount. I actually ordered a few products and I'm waiting for them to get in, and I can't wait to talk about how good they are. That's
why I was asking, did you get the oils?
Oh yeah, I got the oils. I mean, I don't worry about that.
All right.
Okay, I got it covered. Like
okay,
I'm steering this ship, ma'am.
You are.
I'm steering this.
I just want to know if we going in the right direction.
Coming up every now and again to see where the fuck we are.
Yes.
So relax. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Bomber and the Bell signing off with Loq and Tryst. Everybody say bye to our listeners.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks again for having us, guys. This was fun.
Peace out.
Black and kinky, black and kinky.
Black and Kinky Lifestyle.